This is Congressman Bob Good, and I'm excited to have as my special guest Ryan Bomberger here tonight for the State of the Union. He is a champion for the pro-life cause, a true pro-life warrior, and I think you're going to enjoy hearing his story. So Ryan, tell us your story and how you came to be such a fighter in the pro-life movement.
Yeah, well, my fight for life began with my own. I was conceived in rape, but adopted in love, and even though my birth mom suffered the violence of rape, she did not make me suffer the violence of abortion. And I'm forever grateful. She gave me as a gift to the Bomberger family, which is a small family of 15. I have 6 brothers, 6 sisters, 10 of us were adopted. You know, we're white and black, Native American, Vietnamese, able, disabled, and every one of us love like crazy. So that's my background. Today I'm married to the love of my life, Bethany, and we have 4 kiddos, 2 of whom were also adopted.
Well, praise the Lord. You know, I've often said that I think the most Christ-like thing that we can do is to adopt. And while my wife and I have not felt that call or that tug, we have such great admiration for those who have done that. And frankly, so thankful for your mom that she ultimately ended up choosing life.
Right.
We've seen those experiences where mothers are told the child is going to have some kind of a severe challenge, physical or mental or what have you. And often they're wrong, by the way. I've seen where they've been wrong. My wife and I know a number of people who's been wrong. But even if it was right or accurate, you know, for us to put a premium or a value on life and to say, oh, only if you measure up to whatever standard that we think we want to set.
Right.
That's a wrong thing to do, isn't it, indeed?
Completely. I mean, the circumstances of our conception never change the condition of our worth. And quite honestly, adversity makes us better human beings.
Absolutely. You've never met anybody who wished that their parents, their mom or dad had not chosen life. And as Ronald Reagan famously said, he's noticed that everyone who's in favor of abortion has already been born. Plus the fact, maybe you could speak to this, that, you know, for the mom, you know, even again, if there's a conception, child that's conceived in less than perfect ideal circumstances, which is all around us, you know, our families are imperfect, our lives are imperfect. But so if the mom chooses abortion, how hard it is on the mom afterwards. It doesn't make the situation better. Talk about that if you might.
Well, it doesn't. And in case of, I'll use a case of rape, because people think the natural follow-up to the violence of rape is the violence of abortion.
Yeah.
But yet, what I found surprising in the work that we do through the Radiance Foundation is that I've met so many rape survivors, and even those who chose to parent, those who chose adoption, those who chose abortion, the common thread for all these women, and I've met hundreds over the years, was that the child is the only redemptive part of such a violent act. And so as a society, we have to understand that we have to offer something different, wholeness and healing, not abortion hucksterism. And that's really what Planned Parenthood and the left have to offer. They want to eliminate every other option except for abortion. And yet that's not what brings healing. That's not what brings wholeness.
And you've spoken so eloquently and effectively about that 1% exception that is used to rationalize or justify the other 99% of abortions that are more convenience type abortions. But again, as you said, the value of the life, the preciousness of life, the right to be protected is not related to the circumstances under which that child was ultimately conceived. And I love the way you said it, the violence of rape in a situation then combined or exasperated with the violence of abortion, and then the mother has to live with that, you know, afterwards. And so they need to know, of course, and that's what you're doing such great work on. Just kind of contrast for me your understanding of who the president's bringing tonight to the State of the Union. You and I are going to have the opportunity to hear his speech tonight. We probably won't hear a lot that we like on it. But contrast, who's the president bringing tonight?
Kate Cox, who was a woman who sued to have an abortion in Texas. And it's interesting, that's where Roe v. Wade began with Norma McCorvey. And it always begins in a lie. And that's the whole thing about abortion, because it's surrounded by such deception. And the sad thing is, she could have had resources and help. She didn't have to destroy her disabled child. And having siblings who are disabled, it really breaks my heart that, you know, it's a very eugenic mindset that they don't deserve to live because they don't fit the picture of perfection. So that's the individual he's bringing. And again, this is what President Biden and Vice President Kamala Harris do all the time. They use these exceptions cases that don't comprise the other 99% of these abortions, always exploit them in order to promote the violence of abortion. And unfortunately, Mrs. Cox is being exploited tonight, or will be exploited tonight, to justify violence which has led to 60+ million deaths under Roe. And of course, President Biden's going to be pushing Roe 2.0.
Absolutely. Well, Ryan Bomberger, great to have you with me tonight. I look forward to attending the State of the Union speech because you're going to be with me tonight. But thank you for the fight for life and all that you and your wife are doing with your wonderful ministry, the Radiance Radiance
Foundation, yes.
Ministry. So keep up the great work. Thank you, Congressman Bob Good here with Ryan Bomberger.